Chapter 12, Frankie. When the morning event is canceled due to bad weather, I'm happy. When Jim encourages me to explore the ship a little, I'm ecstatic. But then my joy comes crashing down as Jim, Maverick, and I stand by the glass door overlooking the deck. I think we'll probably just go back to the room and get some more sleep, Maverick says. How does that sound, Frankie? It sounds like I don't have a fucking say in the matter. But I just smile and nod. Yeah, I'm still pretty tired. I can always explore the ship later. Nonsense. Did you come on this cruise to sleep? Jim rocks on his heels and smiles at me in that weird way that one part comforting and the two part creepy as fuck. Go explore the ship, Frankie. And when you're done, meet your new friends for the cooking class. I'd hate for you to miss it. The round muscles at the corner of Maverick's jaw tense, and his hands clench into tight fists that leave his knuckles white. Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, considering your little twist, Jim? Not to worry, son. I'm sure she can hold her own, His hand tips slightly to the left as he appraises me, waiting for a response. If I go along with Jim, I could potentially touch base with another agent. And feel a little safer, sure. But that will also piss off Maverick. He's particularly daring me to defy him as he and Jim stare me down. But I'm not here to make friends. Well, if you insist, I say, aiming my smile at Maverick. You're welcome to join me if you're worried. I'm a very capable woman, but I wouldn't mind the companionship. Sure, I'll tag along, he says with a smirk, and my heart sinks into my ass. I didn't expect him to accept. Jim claps his hands and smiles at me. Then it's settled. The two of you can have a nice stroll through the ship, and then you can enjoy the festivities at the cooking class. Make sure you aren't late. You know how Chef is about timing. We say our goodbyes and head towards the elevator. Despite offering to accompany me as I explore the ship, I have a feeling Maverick has no such intentions for either of us. My suspicions are confirmed when he presses the button to take us back to the sinner's cabin. I want to tell him to cut the crap, but again, not wise. Not until I have my gun in my hand, which will be possible in a few minutes. Arriving at the cabin door, he swiped his wristband over the panel and steps inside. I follow him through a haze as I recall how he looked in that towel. I'd much rather fuck him than kill him. But if he pushes the issue, I'll do what I have to do. Either way. Rain and wind batter the door leading onto our balcony. It feels like each droplet is a thought thrust against my brain. I flop onto the side of the bed and try to remember what my mother warned me about. He's handsome, yes, but he's dangerous. The man lives by a different set of rules. The man lives by no rules at all. And I like rules. Granted, the rules state that I shouldn't murder someone without good reason. And I'm planning to do just that if I bend and grab my bag from the floor. Maverick is at the sink just off the bathroom. He won't even know what hit him. I pull the gun from the bag and clutch it to my chest. In equal measure, the cold steel comforts me and makes me feel like I'm heading towards a cliff's edge. Just like a base jumper I'm about to take a leap of faith. My parachute will open or it won't. With a stealing breath, I stand and step towards Maverick. He leans over the sink, repeatedly splashing cold water against his face. His eyes are closed, and he looks so tired for such a young man. I'm busy second-guessing my plans when his eyes drop open and he sees the gun in my hand. Instead of wheeling around with a look of panic, he sighs and shakes his head. "We don't have to do it this way," he says. "We could use words instead of weapons, Frankie. If that's your real name." "Oh, it is." "How would you know?" He smirks. "What you do for a living and what I do for a living aren't so different. We profile people. I'm just better at it than most. And I know when you're lying. You have a tell." The fidgeting, he shakes his head and reaches for the hand tile by the sink as if my finger isn't beside the trigger guard. Doesn't he know that I'm about to end him? "Go to the bed," I command, with a flick of the pistol's barrel. Instead of obeying me like a good boy, he turns and sits against the sink. "Frankie, sweetheart, I told you. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to shoot me." "Don't call me sweetheart," I say, though I don't add that it bothers me because gentle words are more dangerous than the gun I now aim at his skull. "If you want a chance to talk, fine. I'll give you 10 minutes, but you'll do the talking while cuffed to the fucking bed. Now move." He takes his bottom lip between his teeth, tips back his head, and lets out a low growl that sounds more like growling as his eyes close. "Fuck. You have got to stop talking down to me. You're playing a game you don't have the rule book for." As I stand here in disbelief, all while I have a locked and loaded handgun aimed at him, mind you, Maverick grips the hem of his shirt and pulls it over his head. My brain empties as my eyes fill with tanned skin, ripping muscles, and the V. The godforsaken abdomen belt, the horrifyingly tantalizing dip of shadow. God, I want him as a champagne flute. "Don't get distracted now, sweetheart. Boss me around some more," he grums again, and his green eyes practically beg me to pull the trigger. Then, before I know what's happening, he steps into me and presses the gun barrel below his chin. "Pull the trigger, Frankie. Fuck. I want it so bad." "What is your fucking damage?" I whisper. I meant to yell the words, but my voice won't cooperate. He leans closer until our lips are only a breath away. Wouldn't you love to know? Before I fuck up and kiss him or shoot him, I thrust my knee between his legs. It's a cheap shot, but he has the size advantage. And despite wanting to kill him, I can't do it. With a grunt, he cradles his junk and drops to his knees. I hurry past him and reach for my bag. My fingerprints glide over a stack of passports, a few knives, and my badge. But where the fuck is my goddamn cuffs? I remember packing them. I know I did. Didn't I? Surely, I didn't forget a key part of my kit. But as I dig and find everything but cuffs, that appears to me my fucking reality. Maverick is regaining his composure. He's on his hands and knees, and his face has gone from caramel to coral. That vein on his forehead still squiggles and throbs, but he'll be on his feet the next 30 seconds. I won't have another chance to subdue him. I rip back the zipper on the hidden side pocket, then squeal when I am rewarded with a glint of shiny metal. Unfortunately, I'm out of time.